For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Way better. Nice.
Oh, my pleasure. Sorry. I don't know. 5, 6. 3. It might be. It might be. Usually when I go and I lay things out, I just steal from the athletic trainer and it's always fresh.
Yeah. Push the rope down. All right. I don't like that. I don't like that.
One more. Coming back.
Hey, can you grab that white crab?
Okay, guys. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes.
Am I gonna be in your way?
I mean, yeah.
I'll move for you.
Okay, thank you, man. I was about to say, or you, I mean, they'll all see you.
You can't miss me, right?
No, for real.
Oh, the horror.
Hey, you guys. That's it.
Davis and Elkins College is known for the quality of nurses, business leaders, and teachers we prepare for the field. And our location makes programs in resource management and outdoor recreation a natural fit. With distinction and excellence, we provide an affordable education designed just for you.
West Virginia Wesleyan College has always been about helping students become the best versions of themselves. The sense of community here is real and palpable. You're not going to get lost at a college that's filled with faculty who are here for one reason. That reason is to teach people. Because they're not a number here, they're a person here. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, here you can achieve whatever your dreams are. This is a place that's accessible, affordable, but the people are what have always made this college so amazing.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities. It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Great. Next time.
How does the speed?
Yeah, good. Very good.
All right. Anybody else? Last chance.
Come have some fun, boys.
Okay. All right, let's gather up, guys. The only thing I wish I could say down here that we're ready, right? We're ready, right? We're ready. Then I get to channel, MC, all that. All right, guys. This is my order. We're going to try not to butcher your names. I've got Baroa, Butler. I'm going to say Lovabeck. Are you sure? Because I can go with Ben if you need to. All right. We're going with Slider, Welch, Williams, Mignani, Platnick. Is that correct?
What is the record?
All right, so you're called up
6
on
more
deck,
sets about to
on
go.
hold when you're called up the second time. That is when you step onto the runway. You get 1 minute to initiate your throw. At 15 seconds, the person with the yellow flag standing up there will raise it and let you know that you are running out of time. We are taking 9 finals. There are only 8 in this flight. You will be
Ready to go next year.
questions. Try to grab your jab by moving behind where the laser is. Don't cross in front of the laser. And it's going to be Baroa up, Butler on deck. Lovabeck on hold.
Thank you, Will. He's raw. He had a lot of stuff in the decathlon.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Baroa is up.
Yep. Yes, that's exactly. And in everything he does except hold on. Hold on, he's the freshman in college. Everything else, he's a great school. Come on, Eric.
Butler's up, Lovabeck's on deck, Slider, hold. Butler is up.
Go away.
Here we go. Good start. Hey, good
start. Lovabeck is up. Sliders on deck. Welch, hold.
Come on, Ben. The first thing official I want is walk away from the
Come on, Ben.
Ben. Come on, Ben. Here we go. Here we go.
Lovabeck's up.
Come on, Ben. Good start here. Let's go.
Sliders up on deck. Williams. Welch is up, Williams on deck, Mignani hold. Welch is
Let's go,
up.
Brian! Let's go, Brian! Come on! All right, yeah. Hey, Brian! That's what we're talking about.
Still pulled down a little bit, Brian.
Williams is up.
Let's go, Junior! Let's go, Junior!
Mignani's up. Blackett on deck. Baroa hold.
Almost used it all.
$55.98. Mignani is up.
Here we go, Felix!
Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Blackett is up. Baroa on deck. Butler hold.
You okay? Go, Cyborg.
59-36.
Felix.
Baroa is up.
Come on, Eric. Come on.
Butler's up. Lavek's on deck. Slider hold.
Go up.
51-45. Butler's up.
Come on, Owen. Let's get it. Come on.
Come on! Attack! Come on!
Lavek is up. Lahovic is up.
Let's go, Ben. Let's go.
Come on, Ben.
Go.
Hey, sit down.
Sliders up, Welch on deck, Williams, hold. Slider is up. I was lying. Foot foul. Welch is up, Williams is on deck, Mignani hold. Welch.
Let's go, Brad!
Williams is up, Mignani's on deck, Platnick hold.
I think that's better, Joe.
Come on, Junior. Hey.
Williams is up.
Let's go. Dead right leg.
Mignani's up, Platnick's on deck, Baroa hold. Mignani's up.
Come on, Felix. Here we go, Felix. Come on.
Go, Felix!
At this time, the check-in is now open for all of tonight's running events, plus the spike check and shoe check, and it will take place by the Little House by the scoreboard. Again, check-in for all running events tonight, plus the spike check and shoe check.
All right. Felix. We are going out of order while we wrap it. Starting from top of the order, but we're not passing that throw. Okay? Baroa is up. Butler's on deck. Lahovic, hold. Baroa is up.
Here we go, Eric.
Butler's up. Lahovic's on deck. Slider, hold.
Excuse me.
5706.
Come on, boy. Let's go. Let's go, Eric. Let's go.
What's going on?
Let's
go, bro.
Yeah, that's what's checking the rule. That's all.
Butler's up. Yeah.
Let's go, coach. Let's go, coach. I got more.
Lahovic is up. Slider on deck. Welch hold. Sliders up, Welch is on deck. Williams, hold. Sliders up. Welch is up, Williams on deck, Mignani hold.
Right here, Brian.
Yes, 41-35.
Dead right.
Welch is up.
Let's go, Brian. Let's go, Brian. Josh is lining up pretty good. He's flying by your speed, though, go.
Blotnick is up.
That's right. Come on, kid. Come on. One good one.
Got a minute. Got a minute. I can't.
Williams is up, Mignani's on deck. Williams is up.
Come on! Let's go!
Mignani will be up. .54.63, Mignani is up.
Here we go, Felix! Come on, Felix! Come on.
Okay, that completes the second flight. We can tell you unofficially what we have here on the dashboard of your 9 finals. Beginning with Felix Mignani of Wheeling, Eric Peroa of Wheeling, and Felix and Eric, in their flight, both broke the existing meet record of 90.63 and Peroa 57.06. We're going to have 2 more throws coming. The remainder of your finalists, Ben Williams of Point Park, Grant Welch of Charleston, John Tittenberg of Point Park, Owen Butler of Frostburg, Ben Blahevich of Point Park, Micah Carlson of Frostburg, and Michael Gallaby of Glendale. And finalists for the men's javelin, which will be coming up here in 10 minutes.
All right, guys, listen up. This is the order of your final. 1, Gallaby. 2, Carlson. 3, Lahovic. 4, Butler. 5, Tootenberg. 6, Welch. 7, Williams. 8, Baroa. 9, Mignani. You have 10 minutes if you would like a warm-up. Yes.
Again, we remind all competitors competing in events on the track this evening. Check-in is now open down there at the little house by the scoreboard. They will also be conducting with the check-in the spike check and the shoe check.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
Yeah. Way different.
We need Patrick Riley and Will Hall to report back to the check-in door. Patrick Riley and Will Hall to report back to the check-in door.
Are we all good? John, you good?
Are we good, guys? You sure? I think I'm getting your name right the more I go. It's Blahovic, right? There we go. I knew I was saying it wrong the first 3 times.
Mike, I just got used to it.
Blahovic. Well, I just call him Ben, but I like him that.
Well, there's also another Ben from Point Park.
Yeah, there's 2 All right, guys. It's going to be Galavis up, Carlson on deck, Lahovic hold. Are we ready? All right. Galavis is up.
Come on, Mike. Come on.
Carlson's up, Lahovic's on deck, Butler holds. Carlson is up.
Let's go, Mike. Come on. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on. Let's go, Mike. Give me something now. Come on. Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on. Let's go, Mike. Come on. Coming out. Coming out. Here we go. Oh. Here we go, Mike.
Lahovic is up, Butler's on deck, Teutenberg hold.
Let's go, Ben. Let's go. Let's go.
Lahovic is up.
Let's go, Ben. Let's go. Come on, Ben.
Butler is up, Teutenberg's on deck, Welch hold. .49-24, Butler is up. Butler.
Come on, Owen. Give me something, Owen. Come on, Owen. Give me something, Owen. Come on. Let's go. Good start. Let's go.
Teutenberg is up, Welch is on deck, Williams hold.
Come on, Jan. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Jan.
48-7. Teutenberg is up.
Come on, Jan. Come on, Jan. There you go.
Welch is up, Williams is on deck, Baroa hold. Welch is up.
Let's go, Brian.
Come on, Brian. Williams is up, Rose on deck. Mignani, hold. Williams is up.
Come on, Junior. Come on, buddy.
Baroa is up. Mignani's on deck. Galavis hold. Baroa's up.
Come on.
Mignani's up. Javelin is up.
All right.
Go, Mike.
Love it.
Go, Mike.
Carlson's up. Lahovic's on deck. Butler, hold. Carlson is up.
Let's go, Micah. Come on. Come on, Micah. Come on. Get me something.
He uses
Come on, Ben. You got it.
Let's go. Okay.
Butler's up. Schudenberg's on deck. Welch hold. Butler's up.
Let's go, Owen. Come on, Owen. Come on. Come on, Owen. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Schudenberg is up. Welch is on deck. Williams is on hold. Welch is up. Williams is on deck. Baroa hold. Welch is up.
Let's go, Brian. Come on. Back up. Let's go.
Williams is up. Baroa's on deck. Mignani hold.
How's it going on? You got one more.
Williams is up.
Come on. Good.
Baroa is up. Mignani on deck. Gallivan hold.
Come on, Eric. Get your jump.
49, 42. Baroa is up.
There you go, Eric.
up. Galavis is on deck. Carlson, hold.
Here we go, Felix. Let's go, Felix. Let's go, Felix.
Mignani is up.
Come on. Come on. No.
Galavis is up. Carlson's on deck. Blavovich on hold. We're holding. Messing up his name. 56-09. Galavis is up.
Let's go, Mikey! Let's go, Mikey. Come on. Come on, Mikey. I wasn't going to
Beginning of the sixth attempt.
Okay, we completed 2 rounds of the finals. One more throw for each of the finalists. Your leaders remain. And now you can go on Williams. One more throw for everyone to make a move here in the Javelin Stadium.
Carlson is up.
Let's go, Michael. Come on. Come on, Mike. Come on.
Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. Let's go.
That's so scary. Mahovic is up. Butler's on deck. Gutenberg's on hold. Butler is up. Gutenberg's on deck. Welch, hold.
We need to try to get a medical exemption to be able to try to run the pool.
51-32.
Yeah, you had chat with before, and then so if he can get a medical scratch out of the 200,
Butler's up.
he's qualified for the pool.
Come on.
Yeah, because we want to do it before the thing.
Gutenberg is up. Williams is on deck. It's on hold. Gutenberg is up.
Come on, Jan.
Welch is up. Williams is on deck. Roa, hold. Welch is up.
Let's go, Bryce. Head up. Come on. Take it. Take it.
Williams is up. Rowe is on deck. Yanni holds.
on, bud. Let's go! Let's go, Ben! Come on! Let's get it! Come on, Ben! Come on, baby!
Baroa is up, Mignani is on deck. Mignani will be up. Mignani
Go,
is
Felix!
up.
Go, Felix!
Please get off the runway.
Let's go, Felix! Come on! Let's go, boy.
55, 41.
Bro, don't start like him. Don't say like him. Oh, yeah, the wind was bad. I feel good.
That was a really good two. Carlson with 51.
Got food in there.
Got
30.
30.
You gotta be back by 6. Now you're back.
Good job, gentlemen.
You all got about 25, 26 minutes. All
right, good.
Have food in there. Oh, you got the tablet? And I told you to retrieve it. That's what happened.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is completed. That time we have the top 8 placements in that event. And here are your point scores. In 8th place, with a score of 51-32 from Point Park in Ohio. In 7th place, with a score of 51-58 from Frostburg, Illinois. In 6th, with a score of 51-82 from Frostburg, Michael Carlson. In 5th, with a score of 52-24 from Point Park, Ryan Pittsburgh. In 4th, with a score of 53-51 from the University of Charleston, Grant Welch. And here's your podium. In 3rd place, with a score of 55.98 from Point Park, Ben Williams. Your runner-up with a score of 57.06 meters from Leland Eric Ferraro. And your champion with a meet record throw of 60.63 meters from Leland, Felix Magnani.
Our mission as educators is to help you grow, explore, and achieve your aspirations. When our seniors graduate, they receive more than just a diploma. They leave Wheeling University with clarity, purpose, and the confidence that they need to succeed throughout their career. Exceptional experiences, exciting opportunities, meaningful guidance, and lifelong friendships. This is the foundation and academic excellence we believe in. That's the Wheeling University difference.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Trying to find where you fit in the world can be challenging. But then there's a moment where it all comes together. And that moment happens at Point Park University. Career-focused programs converge with a vibrant downtown campus to prepare you for work and life. From experienced professors and internships to culture and job opportunities, you'll get the best of both worlds. Point Park University, where it all comes together.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan, here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Davis & Elkins College is known for the quality of nurses, business leaders, and teachers we prepare for the field. And our location makes programs in resource management and outdoor recreation a natural fit. With distinction and excellence, we provide an affordable education designed just for you.
West Virginia Wesleyan College has always been about helping students become the best versions of themselves. The sense of community here is real and palpable. You're not going to get lost at a college that's filled with faculty who are here for one reason. That reason
check
is
one, two, check one.
Because they're not a number here. They're a person here. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, here you can achieve whatever your dreams are. This is a place that's accessible, affordable, but the people are what have always made this college so amazing.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
We're a little over 20 minutes away from the men's 400 hurdle prelims. There will be two heats, and we will be bringing them to their blocks here in about 20 minutes.
what you're saying is because our first
And we welcome you live inside Milam Park here in Morgantown, West Virginia, where we are ready for action on the track here in the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track Championships. Greetings from Morgantown for our coverage here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network, along with five-time high school track and field championship coach Jim Mahan and our great crew of Mark Martin. And we are delighted to have all of you with us. Jim, seems like just yesterday the two of us were indoors in Huntington for the indoor meet. Now we move outside, and this is the first of 3 days. Beautiful evening for some running events.
Couldn't have scripted it any better, Mark. It's going to be a cool evening for that men's and women's 10,000 meter final. That's the only final we'll have this evening. Some other prelims as well, but a perfect weekend 3-day event. You're going to probably see some really good PRs as we go through this competition.
And we will begin with the men's 400-meter hurdles, followed by the women's 400-meter hurdles, the men's 200 meters, followed by the women's 200 meters, and then, as Jim mentioned, we will have that one running final this evening in the 10,000 for both the men and the women. University of Charleston and head coach Nick Bias, just a great program and just a lot of great programs in this conference, outstanding coaches and a lot of great outstanding athletes. And, of course, you are here. You're not just trying to finish strong in conference competition, but you are also looking on the horizon and hopefully be a part of NCAA Division II postseason track and field competition that is not too far off.
Yeah, you're wanting to qualify, get those preliminary times or distances as it would be, but as the case may be, this MEC is highly competitive, as you know, Mark. It's got a lot of really good athletes that are really actually getting better every season that we do this. It just seems like they just keep raising the bar, and it's very impressive.
And, of course, this is our second year getting a chance to do it here at Milam Park. And, of course, to get to this running facility, you go past a lot of other great features that this complex has to offer. I mean, just a mammoth space here, acreage, and just so many great venues for a variety of sports.
Yeah, it's just a perfect venue, as you said, Mark. It's right up here. I was talking to Coach Skiles earlier. With no wind, as we normally get a little bit of wind up here, but no wind, perfect weather. This is a gorgeous site.
All right, we will be closing in quickly for our first running event here. And again, it will be the men's 400 hurdles. We'll take a quick break. We shall return. You're watching live coverage of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track Championships here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
Top two, right?
All right, there are your lane assignments here for the men's 400-meter hurdles, a prelim. And you see Ian Wood out of Point Pleasant High School, Corral Froman, George Donovic, Gavin Glass, Cosmo Johnson, Adonis Soto, Kamar Sutherland, and Carl Chadban. Again, Jim, a lot of familiar names that we saw. Indoor competition. Gun has been fired And away we go here.
Yeah, 400-meter sprint with obstacles, Mark. That's what we're really dealing with here. You're just trying to set up, some controlled aggression in the first about 150 meters, and then you get into a rhythm. Try to get into a rhythm. You don't want to be delaying yourself going over the hurdles. Looking at 10 hurdles, 36 inches high. It doesn't really feel too bad until you make that last turn. You hit it about 100 meters to go, and it's just survival mode.
They always talk about, how difficult the 400 meters is as an event, and down goes a runner there. Unfortunate. That was lane 5, Gavin Glass. So stretching it out here, and the University of Charleston's in lane 6, Cosmo Johnson going to be the winner. Johnson in a time of 54.55 seconds. George Donovic was second at 55.31. Boy, you always hate to see someone hit the deck.
Yeah, it's always, we talked about it, Mark. You said coming out of that, it's just so grueling. These guys, it's one of the most grueling running events there are in the outdoor season, or, for that matter, 400 meters with 10 hurdles that you got to traverse.
And again, it was not the last hurdle either, so there were a few more to go, and
which makes it a little bit more surprising. You see it right there. You get the clip. He just never got the leg up in terms of the extension, and down he went. That's unfortunate to see how that happened. But, you look at we kind of didn't really set it up that well, but in terms of the 10 hurdles, 45 meters to the first hurdle. And then it's 35 meters in between all the rest of the hurdles until you get to the last hurdle. And then the last hurdle to the finish line is 40 meters. So you should be in some type of rhythm for those 8 hurdles that are in between. You just got a distance to go to get to that first one at 45, and then it's just a gut check once you get past that last hurdle to get to the finish line.
All right, there are the lane assignments for our second of 2 heats. Julian Grace, Reese Harquaharson, Miles Gurney, Mason Worley, Reese Hunt, Frank Hicks, Achille Reese, and Chris Vigors. Grace, an outstanding football player in high school at Cabell Midland. His father, John, was a star linebacker at Marshall University and later played in the Canadian Football League. So Ian Wood in that first heat, and you got Reese Hunt for the University of Charleston, another Point Pleasant native. Gun fired, and off we go here. Heat number 2 in the men's 400-meter trials here at the Mountain East Conference Outdoor Championships at beautiful Milan Park.
Frank Hicks has gone out really, really strong, Mark, through the first 3 hurdles. He is just churning them up right now.
Hicks out of the University of Charleston, the freshman. Great sky view here at Milan Park. Hicks in lane 6. And right now, Hicks, a couple more obstacles to go. And at the moment, he is the clear-cut leader. And another runner goes down. That's Grace in lane 1. So Julian Grace, a teammate of Frank Hicks, goes down there in lane 1. So Hicks is first at 54.75 seconds. Mason Worley of Frostburg at 56.41 seconds. Miles Gurney of Concord was third. Achille Reese of Frostburg was fourth. So 2 Frostburg runners there in the top 5. Reese Hunt of the University of Charleston was 5th.
Yeah, right now we're going here, Mark. They had the 2 heats. Then we're going to switch over to the women's. But in those 2 heats, we're looking at the 8 fastest times that will get you to the finals, which we will have down the road.
Again, all the running finals, the bulk of them will be on Tuesday. And we will have the men's 200-meter dash coming up, prelims, followed by the women, and then the 2 finals of the evening, men's 10,000 and the women's 10,000. So here are the lane assignments for the women's 400-meter hurdles in Heat 1. Vanessa Elwanger of Point Park will be in lane 1. Maddie Caesar is in lane 2 out of West Liberty. Dunya Vanden Toren will be in lane 3. Laura Delgado de Torres will be in lane 4. Marmo Akita will be in lane 5. Mallory Dunmartin, young lady from Huntington High School here in the great state of West Virginia. Sophie Abraham will be in lane 7. And Courtney Morzuk of West Liberty. 2 West Liberty runners there side by side, 3 in all here in this first heat.
Yeah, top 2 times in the men's 400 mark unofficially were both University of Charleston runners, Cosmo Johnson and Frank Hicks, both eclipsing 55. So they'll be battling out for that podium status tomorrow.
Gorgeous evening here at Milan Park. Been a lot of field events unfolding today. It was really fun, Jim, to watch the Javelin, something you don't get to see much of, certainly not at the high school level in West Virginia, and always neat to get to come to these college meets and see the Javelin.
Obviously, you don't see it in the indoor season, Mark. Just really not enough real estate to do that in an indoor facility, but some really unique athletes that are out there throwing the javelin. I don't think a lot of them even start out with, do I want to do this? You know, it's not something that has a lot of hype to it, but, you know, you can really work at it and get really, really good.
From Bella Green, from Charleston.
Mentioned that Laura Delgado de Torres in lane 4, and at the moment she's the leader of the heptathlon competition.
Webb, Upton, McAllister, Evelyn, Easy, Green, Leeson, and Johnson. Your competitors.
Cassidy Hammonds is second.
Of the women's javelin.
And Mark, I misspoke earlier. The men's and women's finals in the 400-meter will be on Tuesday, not tomorrow.
Hammonds is out of Concord, and again, Delgado de Torres, mentioning that heptathlon competition, she is from the University of Charleston. So you have Point Park represented here, West Liberty with 3 hurdlers involved here in this heat. Point Park with 2, University of Charleston with 2. West Virginia Wesleyan, love to see some of the names. Maddie Caesar, she is the daughter of Mark Caesar, who was a 2-time Kennedy Award winner in West Virginia out of Magnolia High School, went on and played pro baseball. His father, Dave, was a legendary football and baseball coach in the state of West Virginia. So we have a bit of time here between the men's 400 hurdle trials and the women's 400 hurdle trials. So we will break away here from Milan Park and shall return. You're watching the Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship live from Milan Park here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community, the health plan. Here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Davis-Elkins College
I mean,
is
I'll
known
ask him
for the
if you're
quality
not.
of nurses, business leaders, and teachers we prepare for the field. And our location makes programs in resource management and outdoor recreation a natural fit. With distinction and excellence, we provide an affordable education designed just for you.
West Virginia Wesleyan College has always been about helping students become the best versions of themselves. The sense of community here is real and palpable. You're not going to get lost at a college that's filled with faculty who are here for one reason.
It's
That
like
reason is to
you're
teach
almost
people,
like-
because they're not a number here. They're a person here. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, here you can achieve whatever your dreams are. This is a place that's accessible, affordable, but the people are what have always made this college so amazing.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Well, there is the women's heptathlon standings. And again, still in progress. We mentioned there before we went to break, Laura Delgado de Torres out of the University of Charleston is the leader. And Cassidy Hammonds of Concord is second. And we are awaiting the start of our first heat in the women's 400-meter hurdles. So the men's action earlier here, 2 heats. Cosmo Johnson at a time of 54.55 seconds. Frank Hicks, George Donovic. Johnson and Hicks both from UC. Donovic from West Liberty. Ian Wood of Davis and Elkins. Mason Worley of Frostburg. Miles Gurney of Concord. Kamar Sutherland of Point Park. And Frostburg's Achille Reese of Frostburg. Top 8. Now ready for the women here, Jim.
Yeah, Mark, back to that Cosmo Johnson, for a little bit misleading on his time. He kind of coasted in.
Yes,
Didn't
he
have
did.
a whole lot of competition with the falling of the Point Park athlete in lane 5. That really kind of geared him down a little bit. But I think the focus here is going to be Laura Delgado de Torres if she can clear all 10 of these hurdles. The only difference between men's and women's, they lower the hurdle by 6 inches.
Right.
From 36 down to 30. Distances are the same. Spacing is the same. And the total race is the same.
Yeah, that causes a bit of a delay, but we are just about set. You know when Jesse Skiles is announcing here in the PA, right to our right, great coach at not only Glenville and West Virginia Wesleyan, now the Glenville State University athletic director, does all the PA work here at these championship meets. So
Well,
always great to hear his
always
voice.
feel like everything's right in the track and field world if Jesse's there doing his business.
That's
you know?
right.
He's a wealth of knowledge, always been very helpful to us. Very much appreciating.
Gun fired and off we go here. First of 2 heats.
Clean start.
Give Vanessa Elwanger of Point Park in lane 1. Maddie Caesar of West Liberty lane 2. Dunya Van Den Torres of Point Park is in lane 3. Laura Delgado de Torres is in lane 4. Marmo Akita Wesleyan is in lane 6. Mallory Dunn Martin in lane 6. And Sophie Abraham in lane 7. Courtney Murzak is in lane 8 out of West Liberty. Marmo Akita is in lane 5.
And Dunn Martin just smoking out there in lane 6, Mark. She's doing very, very well. A little bit of a hesitation from Delgado de Torres in lane 4, but she's holding on to second pretty strong right now, coming down the stretch.
Look there at Mallory Dunn Martin, and Dunn Martin out of that great track and field program at Huntington High. She is first, and like going to be Dunya Van Den Toren. Point Park will finish second. Dunn Martin's time, 1:05.08 seconds unofficially. Marmo Akita out of Wesleyan finishes third. Laura Delgado de Torres was fourth. Vanessa Elwanger of Point Park fifth. Maddie Caesar of West Liberty sixth. And Courtney Murzak of West Lib seventh. Sophie Abraham of West Liberty was eighth. Unofficial. Dunn Martin getting up there.
Tough finish there for Delgado de Torres. Just getting nipped out at the finish line by typical 4 thousandths of a second for it being in the top 3. And that might, we'll just have to see how fast this heat is coming in heat 2. But you'll see them crossing the finish line. There's Dunn Martin. She's clearly ahead of the rest. And just at the last few inches, Delgado de Torres gets nudged out for third place. Of course, they're all predicated on time. So, if those times still stand up, we'll just see how this heat stacks up to see. This is just the prelims. You got to get yourself in the finals if you want to place.
Lotte Zetheth of Point Park is in lane 1. Bella Skeens of Glenville State University in lane 2. Olivia Hutcherson of Point Park is in lane 3. Lindsay Simmons out of Point Park is in lane 4. Amia Denmark of West Virginia State in lane 5. Taryn Veltri of West Virginia Wesleyan in lane 6. And Ava Rosella of Frostburg is in lane 7. Lane 8 is open.
Maya Denmark, I see her kind of as a sleeper in this heat, Mark. She's got a little bit of a disadvantage being on the outside of Simmons from Point Park, but we come down there, she's almost a prototype 400 runner, long legs, long stride. She'll be able to tackle those hurdles down the stretch as they finish up this grueling event.
Still to come, men's 200 meters and women's 200 meters. And again, those will be trials, finals on Tuesday. And then we will have our one running final here on this beautiful Sunday evening. The men's 10,000 meters, followed by the women's 10,000 meters. Another clean start here as the gun is fired, and off we go. Heat number 2. Again, Zethoff in lane 1. Out of Point Park, Skeens in lane 2 from Glenville State. Hutcherson from Point Park is in lane 3. Lindsey Simmons of Point Park in lane 4. Denmark of State is in lane 5. Veltri of Wesleyan in lane 6. And Rosella of Frostburg is in lane 7.
Simmons in lane 4 went out really, really strong. She had a little bit of a stagger over that 4th hurdle, Mark. That could have knocked her rhythm off just a little bit. To see how she handles it coming down the stretch.
Another great view from high above.
You see a gut check here coming down the stretch, Mark.
West Virginia State's Denmark out in front. Denmark's going to get the win, and in lane 4, out of Point Park, it will be Lindsey Simmons. Denmark's time at 1:05.94 seconds.
Yeah, really good race from her. Got a little bit of an off rhythm there from Lindsey there on that 4th hurdle, and it may have kind of hurt her. Although that was a PR for her, so she's probably not complaining too much.
qualifiers for the women's 400-meter hurdle finals.
So Denmark, Simmons, Zethoff, Veltri, Hutcherson, Rosella, and Skeens. Another look at it, Jim.
And come down, you see how Denmark is really just using them arms and that stride length. She's just able to just make up the difference there with the last hurdle and drive over that with another 40 meters to go.
Well, let's check out who we will see on Tuesday. Dunmartin, Denmark, out of UC, and state the top 2 times here. Simmons, Van Den Toren of Point Park, Akita from Wesleyan, Delgado de Torres of UC, Zethoff, and Veltri. Those will be the 8 finalists.
And in 66.97 from West Virginia Wesleyan, Taryn Veltri.
And again, those 400 hurdles will unfold for the women at 1:55 on Tuesday. Well, we will break away. We've got a little speed coming up here, true speed, with the 200-meter dash for the men and the women. That's coming up here as we bring you day 1 coverage of this 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship from Milam Park in Morgantown. You're watching it live here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
Our mission as educators is to help you grow, explore, and achieve your aspirations. When our seniors graduate, they receive more than just a diploma. They leave Wheeling University with clarity, purpose, and the confidence that they need to succeed throughout their career. Exceptional experiences, exciting opportunities, meaningful guidance, and lifelong friendships. This is the foundation and academic excellence we believe in. That's the Wheeling University difference.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty, You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Trying to find where you fit in the world can be challenging. But then there's a moment where it all comes together. And that moment happens at Point Park University. Career-focused programs converge with a vibrant downtown campus to prepare you for work and life. From experienced professors and internships to culture and job opportunities, you'll get the best of both worlds. Point Park University, where it all comes together.
Back here at Milan Park, getting set for 200-meter preliminary action for the men, followed by the women here at the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Lane assignments in Heat 1, Christian Reed out of Point Park, a junior. Samir Bushnell of Glenville, a sophomore, will be in Lane 2. Eric Kruder of the University of Charleston, a freshman, will be in Lane 3. Tristan Oler of West Liberty, sophomore, will be in Lane 4. Alejandro Salgado of the University of Charleston, a senior, will be in Lane 5. Malik Kelsick of West Virginia State, sophomore, will be in Lane 6. Zachary Parsons from the University of Charleston, a junior, will be in Lane 7. And Dominique Giangelli of West Liberty, a freshman, will be in Lane 8. 2 heats here and then 2 for the women, and we will close out day 1 action here with the 10,000-meter run, both for the men and the women. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous evening here at Milan Park, along with former 5-time track and field championship coach Jim Mahan, our great crew, and Mark Martin. Delighted to have all of you with us here. A great view here of this wonderful facility, as we talked at the beginning of our live stream telecast, that there are so many sports venues here at Milan Park, and there's right next door to a wonderful aquatic center where the West Virginia High School State Swim Meet is held each year here in Morgantown, home of the Mountaineers of West Virginia University. Again, it'll be Reed, Bushnell, Kruder, Oler, Salgado, Kelsick, Parsons, and Giangelli. Just about ready to get this one underway here, as Jesse Skiles begins to introduce our competitors on the public address system. And tomorrow, things will get started with the decathlon resuming, and for the women, the heptathlon and field events. All finals tomorrow: the men's discus throw, the men's pole vault, the women's triple jump, the men's high jump, women's discus throw, and the men's triple jump. That is on Tuesday. And there's a look at what we'll see tomorrow: the shot put, long jump, pole vault, and high jump and long jump. Running events will start at 6 with the men's 110-meter hurdles. And Jim Mahan ready to go here with the first of 2 heats in this men's 200 meters.
Well, obviously what separates these and the sprinters, you're only doing a half a lap around the track, but start's paramount. Hey, you drive through the curve and then just, you don't run to the finish line, you run through the finish line. And that's, I know every coach here, coaches are athletes to do that, so it's a matter of less than tenths of a second. That's not very much margin of error.
They're just about set to settle into the blocks. And it all kind of starts there, Jim. Got to get just the way you want it. That stance. And patience. Patience.
Yeah. You don't want anybody to get a false start. You don't get a second chance. If you false start here, you DQ'd out of the prelims.
Gun fired. Nice start here at Milan Park for the first of two heats here in the 200 meters. Tristan Oler of West Liberty looking good here, and crossing the finish line will be Oler, 21.03 seconds. Malik Kelsick, West Virginia State, was second.
Yeah, a little interesting on Malik. Mark took a little sneak peek over his right shoulder to see how close he was, to see whether he needed to just glide in, which he certainly did at 21.56.
Eric Kruder, Dominique Giangeli, Zachary Parsons, Alejandro Salgado, Samir Bushnell, Christian Reed did not start, and I don't know what happened there with Reed. It almost like he took a step and almost like something gave out there in lane one. So unfortunate there. We saw a Point Park hurdler earlier. Time was, distance was running down, and you were almost to the finish coming down the backstretch, and unfortunately did not work out. So we're now set for our second heat. Millar McElray will be in lane one. Juan Barrera of Point Park in lane two. Royale Salmon of Wesleyan is in lane three. Maxwell Eaton of Point Park in lane four. Brady Pryor of Charleston is in lane five. Luis Castriota of West Virginia State in lane six. Cohen Arbogast of Frostburg is in lane seven. And Carson Smith of Glenville is in lane eight. So in lane one, you got a sophomore. Lane two, a senior. Lane three, a junior. A freshman in lane four. A sophomore in lane five, a freshman in lane six, a sophomore in lane seven, and a freshman in lane eight. So this field pretty young.
Yeah, a lot of young ones there, especially you look at Maxwell Eaton in lane four from Point Park, a freshman. Mark, outstanding young man with a very promising career ahead of him. Let's just see how he tackles the rest of this field in this second set of trials for the men's 200 meter. Nice shot there, the angle there.
Yeah.
Coming straight out of the blocks, you get to see all eight of the competitors.
Just kind of gives you an idea what the thought process. Gun fired. And it's clean again, which is always great.
Really interesting. I saw Brady Pryor come up from Charleston, just West Virginia State, sorry.
So out there in front, that is indeed Pryor. Legging it out there. And Pryor in lane five. And tell you what, Salmon was coming on strong there from Wesleyan. He'll finish second, the junior. So the winning time, 21.59, 21.70 for Salmon. And talked about Eaton there, the freshman, finished third.
Yeah, Eaton didn't do a bad job. You know, you see Pryor there coming out and just winning that heat by a mere 11 100ths of a second. You know, that tells you how close those races are. You can see here, starting gun, it was just a little bit of a late setup there out in lane six from Millar McElray from Charleston, but he was able to reestablish himself. But what a good finish there by Pryor. He had a little bit of heat there coming from the inside off of Salmon from Wesleyan.
All right, there are the competitors who will fight it out for that Mountain East Conference men's 200-meter title on Tuesday. Tristan Oler of West Liberty, Brady Pryor of UC, Malik Kelsick of West Virginia State, Eric Kruder of UC, Royale Salmon of West Virginia Wesleyan, Dominique Giangeli of West Liberty, and then Zachary Parsons and Alejandro Salgado. So UC with four in that final eight field there for the men's 200 meters.
And barring false starts, Mark, that's 4 placers because they place 8. So they'll get 4 places somehow out of that event, which is, as we talked about earlier, Nick Boss does a great job with UC, and he has got some quality athletes, but he also has numbers that a lot of other schools really don't have. He has a tremendous amount of athletes, both on the men's and the women's side as well.
So we now get set for our first heat of the women's 200 meters. Plenty of time between the second heat of the men and the first heat for the women. So we will break away here from Milan Park. You're watching live coverage of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track Championships right here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Davis and Elkins College is known for the quality of nurses, business leaders, and teachers we prepare for the field. And our location makes programs in resource management and outdoor recreation a natural fit. With distinction and excellence, we provide an affordable education designed just for you.
West Virginia Wesleyan College has always been about helping students become the best versions of themselves. The sense of community here is real and palpable. You're not going to get lost at a college that's filled with faculty who are here for one reason. That reason is to teach people, because they're not a number here, they're a person here. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, here you can achieve whatever your dreams are. This is a place that's accessible, affordable, but the people are what have always made this college so amazing.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Well, there is the straightaway. The 200-meter competitors will be zooming down here once we get going here with the first of 2 heats for the women's 200-meter dash. Here on day number 1 of the 2026 Mountain East Conference men's and women's track and field championships.
Yeah, Mark, that shot you didn't talk about is a little bit of concession stand. I thought just briefly I might bring you some popcorn, but wasn't exactly sure if I'd have enough time. But sorry about that, brother.
Here's the thinking when it comes to popcorn.
You're like a popcorn connoisseur. You know where all the good ones are.
Yeah. I've had my share.
There we go.
Yeah, partaking in that concession stand a few times a year ago, and sure I will before these 3 days are over. There are the lane assignments for the men's 200 meters, which that will be coming up on Tuesday. I had the 2 heats for the men, and now we have the lane assignments here for this first of 2 heats in the women's 200 meters. Today, Rojas, Akila Ling out of Point Park and West Virginia State, respectively. Isabel Estrella of Wesleyan. Sierra Lanham of West Liberty. Maya Greshner of Point Park. And Timmy Jayungale of West Virginia State will be in lane 6. Kaylee Davis of West Liberty in lane 7. And Marlea McCoy of Point Park will be in lane 8. Rojas is a sophomore, Ling a freshman, Estrella a junior, Lanham is a senior, Greshner a senior, Ngalai is a freshman, sophomore is Davis in lane 7, and McCoy a freshman in lane 8.
3 competitors, Mark, from Point Park, 2 from West Lib, round out this solid field of 8 competitors in women's 200-meter dash.
And again, tomorrow, things will get going at 11 o'clock with the decathlon resuming. Then the heptathlon also will get started at 11:45. And field events, men's shot, women's long jump, women's pole vault, women's high jump, and the men's long jump all tomorrow. And then we will have trials in the men's 110, the women's 110, followed by the 400 meters for the men and women, and the 100 meters for both the men and women. Also, the trials for the 800 meters. And then, Jim, one of my favorites, the steeplechase.
3,000-meter steeplechase.
That will be the final tomorrow.
And those competitors are thanking their lucky stars. Those are finals, not prelims, as it is a very grueling race.
The first year I got a chance to see it in person was at Frostburg. It was on a Monday evening, and I mean to tell you, it was freezing cold. And to see those competitors take that dip into the water.
They don't get to change shoes or socks. They got to keep on going.
All right, so again, Rojas in lane 1, Ling in lane 2, Mastria in lane 3, Lanham in lane 4, Greshner in lane 5.
In lane 6 from West Virginia State, Timmy Ungale.
Ungale in lane 6, Davis in lane 7, and McCoy in lane 8.
In lane 8 from Point Park, Marlea McCoy. Your 8 competitors in heat number 1 of the women's 200-meter prelims, Mr. Starter.
We got 4 girls of this first heat, Mark, that has broke 25. Ling has broke it in her personal best. Of course, Lanham, we know. Greshner has broke 25, as has Ungale at 25. The two outliers, Rojas, Davis, and McCoy, have not breached the sub-25 mark yet.
So getting set for this first heat. gun fired. Another great start here. A beautiful evening for track and field at Milam Park.
Greshner coming out really aggressive out of that curve from Point Park. Let's see how she maintains down the stretch.
Ungalai at the moment, the leader out of West Virginia State. If she can hang on here, Ungalai is going to take first. Greshner will be second. Ungalai with a time of 24.72 seconds. Greshner at 24.84 seconds.
Yeah, at 3, 4, and 5 with Lanham, Mastery, and Lang set season bests for them in that prelim right there.
So Timmy Jai Ungalai of West Virginia State. See the smoke fires there as the gun goes off, and Jai Ungalai crosses the finish line first. Pretty close.
And good stack there on second and third is really tight between Greshner and Lanham.
So we will get set now for our second of two heats here in the women's 200 meters, and Destiny Barnett, West Virginia Wesleyan, will be in lane 1. Kiara Ross out of West Liberty, lane 2. Colette Patty, talked about her a lot in the indoor season. She is in lane 3. Valerie Boards is in lane 4 out of Wesleyan. Diamond Rush of Point Park in lane 5. Jayla Woods out of State in lane 6. Marianne Christian, Wesleyan in lane 7. And Danielle Perez out of West Virginia State in lane 8.
Mark, you talked about Colette Patty. It seems like we've been talking about her for the last 5 or 6 years. I don't know how many years of eligibility she's got, but it seems like quite a bit.
Javelin competition still going on on this Sunday evening. Women's javelin. Women's javelin earlier here in the evening hours. In the toughest part of the race, Jim.
Yeah, that nerves just getting into the block, getting set.
Another clean start here at Milam Park. Heat number 2 of the women's 200-meter dash. And you see Lanham in lane 3. Out in front, and going to be nice race there, and going to be Colette Patty, 24.29 seconds, and Valerie Boards comes in second.
Yeah, Patty looked like it really strong, came out of the block really well, ran the curve fairly smooth coming down the stretch. A really good explosive start for Patty, but she just made up the stagger within about 15 meters. She just a very easy, very strong race, but very tactical for her in that 200 meters. A good 5 meters ahead of the next competitor.
24.29 seconds. Valerie Boards, 24.89 seconds. I'd mentioned Lanham, a new computer, and trying to navigate through it.
We're working on it. It's a work in progress. We're good.
So there are the young women who will be competing on Tuesday for the championship of the women's 200 meters. Colette Patty of Charleston, Timmy Jai Ungalai of West Virginia State. So 2 runners from the Kanawha Valley, 1 and 2 respectively here this evening in the trials. Maya Greshner of Point Park, Valerie Board, Sierra Lanham, Isabel Maestria of Frostburg, Kiara Ross, and Jayla Woods. Those will be the 8 to compete. Well, Jim, we got the 10,000 meters coming up.
case people are having trouble going to count that one off, Mark, it's going to be 25 laps.
Yes, indeed.
1,000 meters.
So we will break away here inside Milan Park. We'll come back and have that 10,000 meter run for the men coming up here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network from Milan Park in Morgantown.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you? Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
Our mission as educators is to help you grow, explore, and achieve your aspirations. When our seniors graduate, they receive more than just a diploma. They leave Wheeling University with clarity, purpose, and the confidence that they need to succeed throughout their career. Exceptional experiences, exciting opportunities, meaningful guidance, and lifelong friendships. This is the foundation and academic excellence we believe in. That's the Wheeling University difference.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Trying to find where you fit in the world can be challenging. But then there's a moment where it all comes together. And that moment happens at Point Park University. Career-focused programs converge with a vibrant downtown campus to prepare you for work and life. From experienced professors and internships to culture and job opportunities, you'll get the best of both worlds. Point Park University, where it all comes together.
Well, through 2 of 21 events, the University of Charleston leads on the men's side in the team standings, 26 points, followed by the Cardinals. Wheeling, Point Park in there with 11, Frostburg 10. Glenville State with 8 and Wesleyan with 5. Very, very early on here in the team competition. UC leading the way with the women with 21, Glenville, Frostburg, and West Lib following.
Yeah, not a surprise early on as it, registering field events that have finals to them. We will have some finals. We have an opportunity with a little bit more of what we call bunch scoring, more than one competitor from a school being able to compete, especially in the men's and women's 10,000 meter 6.21 miles. They'll be covering around the track. We'll start in the evening and finish in the nighttime, probably with the lights coming on. They probably will put the lights on before they actually race, which will be starting here in a few minutes.
You see some of all the runners just kind of getting in some final jogs and just trying to stay loose and waiting the start of the gun and getting this one underway. Andrew Bowen out of Davis and Elkins, Reese Hickey of Concord, Luke McKenna of Point Park, Bramley Childress of Concord, Patrick Riley of Glenville, Ben Sotiak of Frostburg, Jasper Brown of West Liberty, Eric Nygaard of Wesleyan, Robert Allen of West Liberty.
In position number 6 from Frostburg, Ben Sotiak. In position 7 from West Liberty, Jasper Brown. In position 8 from West Virginia Wesleyan, Eric Nygaard. In position 9 from West Liberty, Robert Allen. In position 10 from the University of Charleston, Thomas Crockett.
And Mark, people think there's not a lot of strategy to this, but there is in the sense, not just the mental part of trying to stay focused, but how fast do you want to go out? What kind of split times are you going to make here for all of these 6.21 miles? And as we didn't get a chance to mention, but all these runners have anklets on, so you'll be able to get very accurate split times right there. You see a great shot of that. So as they'll be coming across, we'll be getting good and accurate split times for all of the runners.
Our computer went down for a minute, so let's finish the lineup here for the men's 10,000 meters with Thomas Crockett of the University of Charleston, Kenton Island. Out of West Virginia Wesleyan, Braden Ward of Concord, Jordan Thomas of Davis and Elkins, Will Hollins from Glenville State, Brandon Kennedy from Concord, and Johnny Walkup of Concord.
My mathematics correct. I think we got 16 runners, Mark.
Well, they were ready, and back up they come.
I'm getting some information that there's a cone section there when you have the group of 10 that's right on the finish line, and then a group of 6 that'll be out there with a little bit of stagger, and then they will just bleed their way in and settle in with the rest of the pack. And you'll see how they will run, Mark, in packs. You'll see early on the front runners will run out and get out of trouble early and then settle into their rhythm. And that's where they'll be breaking off from there.
The word they used up here was cononized. The track had not been cononized. I think Jesse came up with that, or Richard came up with that. Richard Messenger.
I might get a thesaurus and see if that's actually a word there. I mean,
It is now. Richard says it is.
Richard says it's a word. He's the track man, so he knows.
Gun fired, and here we go with the men's 10,000 meter final.
Lap 1 of 25.
Yeah, 25 laps here. And you think about these individuals, they come from high school track where the bulk of states around the country, your long run is going to be the 3,200 meters. And boy, then you come here.
Yeah, this is, obviously, I'm kind of understating it, but absent the marathon, it's the longest running track. I mean, 6.21 miles. So, they don't really witness any of that in high school. 3K, 5K, whatever they're running it, and a lot of these guys and gals, they'll run competitive races out in the summertime and whatnot. But here it looks fairly tight from top to bottom. He kind of probably thought it'd be like that for a little bit.
There are the split times, Jim, after that first of 25 laps. Reese Hickey slightly with the edge out of Concord. You were talking about marathons, and our congratulations to the University of Charleston staging a marathon on April 12th through the city of Charleston. 785 runners from 40 states, 3 countries. And Hector Ocon of Barbersville was the winner in a time of 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 27 seconds. Good friend of ours from Jackson County, Caleb Casto, just running the Boston Marathon. Our congrats to Caleb. Competed at West Liberty. Boy, there is the pack, Jim.
Yeah, they're all clustered up, that's for sure.
While we have a moment, we will introduce you to our outdoor championship officials. Dave Hickman is the meet director, part of the start crew. Mike Smith, data, cameras, and computers. Kerry Richardson, likewise. The meet referee, Richard Messenger, and implements. Chip Allman is part of the start crew, implements, and a floater. Andy Barham, the long throws. The start line clerk. Sherry Carr, long throws. Smoke Conaway, great athlete, football player at North Marion, working the shot put, long jump, and is part of the start crew. Horizontal jumps, Marshall Cavender. Jim Dawson in charge of the pole vaulters. The heptathlon coordinator and pole vault is Logan Harrison. Gretchen Hibbs is the long jump and a clerk, along with Kenny Hibbs, a clerk and shot put and a floater. Diane Kinney, decathlon coordinator, start crew. E.J. Linger, the electronic distance measurements. Donna Messenger, the long throws, high jump, and umpire Andy Opalco. Judy Plummer, shot put, horizontal jumps, and umpire. Tom Plummer, a shot put judge, along with horizontal jumps and implements. And horizontal jumps and a floater is Angela Setliff. And Jim, a tough time for track and field officials and all the track and field circles here in the Mountain State and beyond earlier this week with the passing of Joe Heinzman and a Sistersville, West Virginia native, and just hard to believe that Joe is not with us, because you would always see his smiling face at events such as this.
Yeah, it's saddened in the track world for sure, but just a classy gentleman all the way around. Always very friendly, helpful, knowledgeable, and worked an awful lot of track and field events in his time. It's just sad to see that. Our thoughts and prayers are certainly with his family.
Yeah, 64 years old, and again, seeing these meets, it won't be the same with not getting a chance to shake Joe's hand, and certainly starts right here with this Mountain East Conference Track and Field Championships.
And Mark, we were talking about coming out the first split time at 1:17. If they were able to maintain a 1:17 for 6.21 miles, they would run right at 32 minutes, which is a very, very good time. Of course, typically the first lap is obviously a little more juice than the rest of the 24 laps, that you have to settle into a rhythm that you can really like. And to try to equate that, if they're at 1:17, they stay there. It's about a 5-10 mile pace to let folks know out there, but they'll settle into somewhere in the, that last second lap. Split time was 1:18. The first one was 1:24, so we're going to get another update here as these guys roll through here. You still see kind of pretty much the same 1:17. They're kind of sticking right on that. That second lap was really kind of sluggish for the whole group. But they'll start separating here within the next few, probably 3 to 4 laps. You're going to see some separation coming up.
Patrick Riley is the leader at the moment out of Glenville. He was the freshman of the year in 2024.
Riley looks very relaxed there, taking full advantage of being on the very inside of the track, which you need to be. You don't want to have any more steps than you need to. If you're out and away from the pack a little bit, he's decided to put a little surge there at around that second curve just to separate himself a little bit. And if you're going to put in the time, Mark, you put in the time and the distance and the mileage, it will pay off. Obviously all these runners and athletes have talent, but the ones that really separate themselves put in that extra work, not just out on the track, but on the road and in the weight room and with the nutrition that they do as well. Very good-looking group of 16 runners right there.
Riley is out of Buffalo. Outstanding runner there in high school for the Bison program in Putnam County. Jordan Thomas in second at the moment out of Davis and Elkins.
Haven't seen any congestion. Very nice pace set by the whole pack. Nobody's really getting hemmed in at this point. Nobody's really lost stride. Everybody just seems to be kind of casually rolling along. One of the biggest challenges, Mark, it's not a challenge. They do an excellent job here, but keeping track of how many laps we've got left. And they do that very well down on the finish line, which is right to our right. You'll see when they come across there, you see that digital 20 telling us how many laps we have left.
Thomas getting a chance to run right here in his hometown. Competed at University High School, started his career at Marshall, for making his way to Davis and Elkins and competing for Jason Piles.
Not really at a point where anybody wants to try to make a move early right now to try to put a surge ahead, but it's a little early. It's, 6 laps in. They're pretty much strung out really nice from top to bottom, probably about a 10-meter separation from first to last.
And again, we'll have this men's 10,000 meter run and then the women's 10,000 meters. That will wrap up today's action and then get started again tomorrow, part of 3-day event here in Morgantown. Second year here at Milam Park. Had a chance to now work this at Frostburg, Glenville, and now here in Morgantown. All three outstanding hosts and outstanding facilities. Of course, we were talking with Jesse Skiles, and big doings there in Glenville with Morris Stadium. And can't wait to see all that when it is completely finished with the renovation there. Home of the Pioneers, and right now a Pioneer, Patrick Riley, leading the way here in the men's 10,000 meter run. Field again consisting of Riley. He's a sophomore from Glenville. Davis and Elkins is Jordan Thomas is second, a senior. Eric Nygaard, a Wesleyan. He's a sophomore. Concord junior. Braden Ward. Jasper Brown of West Liberty, a freshman. Kent Nyland of Wesleyan is a junior. Robert Allen of West Liberty, a senior. Thomas Crockett of the University of Charleston, a senior. Luke McKenna out of Point Park, a junior. Will Hollins of Glenville, a freshman. And you have Braden Canaday of Concord, a sophomore. Reese Hickey, sophomore from Concord. And Bramley Childress, a junior from Concord. Andrew Bowen of Davis and Elkins, a sophomore. Johnny Walkup of Concord, a freshman. And then Salty Siak of Frostburg is a sophomore.
Group coming right in front of us hasn't really not separated very much. 17 laps to go. They just ran that by us. Good rhythm from top to bottom, really relaxed running right now. You normally will see a little bit of separation at this point in the 10K, but the pack is very tight, still within about that 10-meter strike zone. Nobody's willing to go out and do a little bit of surging and then settle back in and see how that plays out at the end of this race. Again, we talked about it, Mark, what kind of mileage are you putting in to be able to run an effective 10K? I mean, if you're at this level, I'm saying you at least got to be putting in 80 to 100 miles a week, every bit of that. These guys, I'm sure, are on that scale. A lot of pounding, a lot of pounding on the joints and whatnot, but these guys put a lot of effort into what they're doing. You see, we saw the split times coming around there. Riley was just a little shaded out on the split time at 1:21.10. Still in the lead, and we see some guys trying to jockey on the outside and move up in their position where they are. It's really bunched up pretty good. Nobody seems to be wanting to make an early move, and it is early. I mean, we've got several laps to go. It's not like I'm asking for the last 4, but we got 16 laps to go.
Great view from high above. Patrick Riley out of Glenville with the lead here. There are some moves starting to unfold.
And these guys have probably got their strategy already. The coach is probably going to tell them, they know what their strengths are. They kind of can methodically set that pace and keep it. There's somebody that's going to be able to reel them in if they try to take off on them and get a surge in and add about another 15 or 20 meters ahead just to make it taxing, if not physically, certainly mentally. If you could separate yourself from the pack, it just kind of eases the pressure a little bit. Obviously keeps you out of trouble, but that pack has gotten actually tighter as the races went on, which that's somewhat surprising here. At this point in a race, there typically is a separation. You're roughly 40% of the race done here, perhaps. Not quite at the halfway mark. Riley's still looking very strong. I mean, he's got real good rhythm here. He doesn't look taxed at all. You don't see any type of unnecessary body waving there. There's somebody who wants his glasses thrown out of the way, so in the pack, and got his teammate to pick them up for him.
Well, 11 laps on the board. You think about the beginning of a school year, so we've had men's golf, women's golf, cross country for both men and women, soccer, football, volleyball, wrestling, swimming, the indoor track and field championships, of course, the great basketball tournaments there at West Banco Arena in Wheeling. Vermont State hosting the acrobatics and tumbling, tennis, outdoor track, and still to come, lacrosse, softball, and baseball.
One of my favorites, baseball.
You're keeping up on your Dodgers.
Yeah, I like to keep up on baseball in general. Even though I've never called a game, I think one day you and I will be able to hook up for that. But one of my favorite sports to watch, and I think it's part of the statistical part that I like so much. There's so many analytics in baseball.
Yeah, you're going to see something different all the time. I was looking at a game the other day. The final was 5-4, and as it just kind of jumped out at me, none of the runs were earned, and all the runs were scored in the third inning. Team scored 4 in the top of the third. And that's just one example of a million for the great game of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Shepard running a stats program, so he knows the deal.
He's completely inundated with the statistics. I think it's hilarious how they just pull these things out. Ever since Elias started doing and they go all the way back to whatever it is, and it's amazing that they're able to just retrieve that information.
Patrick Riley in the blue from Glenville State, Kent Nyland in the orange from Wesleyan, Braden Ward. Concord up there. Got Reese Hickey from Concord in this race. Brandon Canaday, Bramley Childress, all Concord runners. Johnny Walkup.
Yeah, here we get in the surge. I figured about time somebody was going to try to separate themselves.
And Kent Nyland out of Wesleyan going in front.
Yeah, we're just right there around the halfway point mark. That's usually a good place to try to establish yourself.
Check that. Eric Nygaard of Wesleyan in front. There you get a good look at Nygaard for the Bobcats. Beautiful West Virginia Wesleyan in Buchanan. Had the Hall of Fame ceremonies this weekend there.
Nygaard's got a really, really good stride length that really helps him a lot. Riley doesn't have that stride length. He has to rely on some other tactics throughout the race. Now we've seen some separation from the pack from the rest of the group. We got about a 4-pack running in the lead right now. About a 2 to 3 second differential from what I would call the middle pack and then the third pack of runners. Getting encouragement from their teammates. It's very grueling, 6.21 miles. I mean, they are just really picking it up. But that split time from Nygaard went from 121 to 111, a 10-second differential. Of course, a lot of that had to do with that surge he had, trying to put himself into the lead and asserting himself with the lead pack. Those other 3 runners are definitely not running. He's not running away from any of them right now with Thomas and Crockett and Ward. They're still right with him.
Again, you fire the gun, and off we go here at around 7:30. Great view from high above. Beautiful shot.
Got about a 2-second differential between Pack 1, we call, and Pack 2, or leader of Pack 1 versus the leaders of Pack 2. So they went from 2 to just 3.5 here on this as they come across, marking themselves with those digital timers, those anklets that they're all wearing, which is very, very handy, giving us a good idea of who's picking pace up, who is dropping off in pace, and the movement within the packs.
So Nygaard continues to lead the way, but he has plenty of company. Thomas Crockett there, the University of Charleston, in second. Thomas Jordan of Davis and Elkins in third.
I really like Crockett's form right now and where he is, and he looks really strong. Doesn't look taxed at all, Mark. He just kind of nice and easy with a good stride. A little bit of a bounce there from Nygaard, the way he's striding out with a little bit of a hop to his stride. Yeah, that group has now separated himself from Pack 2 for about 6 seconds. And we saw a little bit of movement in Pack 2 that we saw another surge there. We saw at the 4-mile mark, they are averaging 5 minutes and 14 seconds a mile.
We mentioned that West Virginia Wesleyan holding its Hall of Fame induction ceremony yesterday. Chad Ward, 95 graduate, inducted for the sport of baseball. Shannon Breen, 2011 for football. William Pugh, the football coach in 1948. Kelly Sable, a volleyball player, 1997. The men's basketball team of 84-85. Remember that team well. Mm-hmm. Outstanding in the old West Virginia Conference with. And then Sarah Walker on Wolfland of women's track and field, cross country. Jesse Skiles there, the presenter for Wolfen. Just outstanding in 2 sports. And, Wesleyan's Eric Nygaard leads the way here.
In that second group pack, they saw a little bit of separation there. Raleigh took the lead there with that second group, and he's kind of picked up the pace a little bit and closed the gap on the lead pack. We'll see how we go down the stretch here with a mere 8 laps left, Mark.
You were at a high school meet. You're getting ready to start the 3,200
thing. They're just getting ready to wrap this one up.
So Eric Nygaard, Thomas Crockett, Jordan Thomas, Braden Ward, Patrick Riley, who led there for a while from Glenville, back at 5th at the moment. Concord, Braden Canaday is 6th, Andrew Bowen, Davis and Elkins, Luke McKenna, Kent Nyland, and Reese Hickey. So you have 3 Concord runners in the top 10. Nygaard and Nyland are Wesleyan runners in that top 10 as well.
Yeah, you see Riley split time on that lap. You saw how much time he made up, Mark. Nygaard split time of 1:19, but Riley was at 1:16. That's a 3-second differential. So he has closed the gap somewhat from the lead pack. Now he's no more than, I'm going to guess, 12, 13 meters behind the leaders.
That's your teammates there along the way. Just the encouragement continues. I think it's perfect running conditions, though, here for these guys.
Yeah, you can't script it any better than this. No wind. The sun's gone down. They're probably looking at about 60s to 62 degrees. Absolutely perfect weather to run in. We should see some really good times and some strong finishes from some of these runners.
Along with former 5-time track and field high school championship coach Jim Mahan, our great crew, Mark Martin. Delighted to have you with us here for the Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championships. We will be talking with the winner of this 10,000 meters at the conclusion. And again, 6 laps to go. And I think at this point, would you say 6 laps to go? That's music to a runner's ears.
It sure would be. You talk about Nygaard. He kind of took a lap off. I don't want to say took a lap off. He was at 119 on the split previous, decided to pick it up. Went with 112 on this lap, which is probably the fastest lap he's had in any of the laps that he's ran. So he's obviously trying to establish himself, but not really able to shake Crockett or Thomas at this point. Those are the top 3 that have just a tiny bit of separation from Ward, who's running 4 right now.
And again, it's great to be here at Milan Park. We were at the Chris Klein Athletic Complex back in February for the indoor event. 4 minutes, 58 seconds, that last mile, Jim.
Yeah, people look at it like, these guys are fading. Actually, they might get a little bored watching them run 25 laps, 6.21 miles, but what they don't understand is these guys are getting stronger. They're getting faster as the race progresses. That's a testimony to these guys' talents and how much they've trained, and also to the coaches that are telling them, hey, you're missing your mark. You're 6 off your mark. Get back on it. And they know what they need to do, and they go and do it. So,
no matter the event, there's strategy, there's planning, there's a thought process. And, boy, you talk about having to have it, it's in this one.
Yeah, you better have some mental toughness or you're not even going to be able to finish a race. I mean, knowing that you're starting out, I've got 25 laps I've got to run, and I've got to put strategy involved in all this. And we see our top 3 runners again, Mark. Nygaard, Crockett, and Thomas, 1, 2, and 3, coming in with just 4 laps to go.
Nygaard has maintained this lead now for several laps. But again, right there on his heels is Crockett of the University of Charleston. Nygaard from the beautiful campus of West Virginia Wesleyan in Buchanan. You see that ad that we run as we take breaks and all the campuses here in the Mountain East Conference. And I mean, they all are picturesque as can be.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful campuses. It's wonderful.
It's hard to pick. You can only pick one.
You only get one. That's You don't get to go to multiple ones. That's for sure.
The layout here, and what I love about this venue, Jim, I mean, it was set for track.
Absolutely. And they had that in mind when they built this place, and that's what makes it so special. We're looking on 3 laps, and
you got 3 right there with a 4th not too far off. They have emerged here as maybe the ones to beat, although
I was wondering
there are others that can still have plenty of time to make a move.
I was wondering when Crockett was going to make his move from the University of Charleston, and he just did coming around that curve, so he's decided he's going to try to separate now with 3 laps to go.
Thomas of D&E is 2nd. Nygaard now is 3rd.
Thomas decided to go with Crockett, and then you see a little bit of a fade there from Nygaard. If he can reel them back in, there's only 2 laps to go when they come down this home stretch. We'll see how strong Crockett is. He looks really good right now. Mark, he just looks really, really strong. Kind of strategized, figuring out where he's going to pick his point to take that lead, and he just decided to go with it. And Thomas is right with him. I mean, he's right on him with 2 laps to go. And they really kind of separated themselves a little bit from Nygaard, so you don't really see him in the picture right now.
2 laps to go here at Milan Park in the men's 10,000 meters. The women's 10,000 meters still to come. Thomas Crockett of the University of Charleston. Jordan Thomas is 2nd. Out of Davis and Elkins. And they both coached by outstanding runners in their own right. Nick Bias of UC, Jason Piles of Davis and Elkins.
And Mark Crockett and Thomas feel like, you got 800 meters to go. That's like a sprint compared to 10,000. So they're like, hey, I'm on the very last leg of this. I got to get it up and go. And look at that split time there for Thomas at 1:08. And Thomas and Crockett both at 1:08. Excellent strength coming through with just the bell lap as you just heard it.
Yeah, Dave Hickman ringing the bell, one of the greats, the track and field officials. And what a race we're going to have here to the end. Crockett and Thomas. So Crockett goes from 1:08 to 1:06. And now check out Thomas. Trying to get almost side by side with Crockett. Got to work that outside, though, Jim, for Thomas.
Yeah, he's trying to push him out. That's a nice job there by Crockett to push out Thomas. If he's going to earn it, he's going to have to do it with a little bit more real estate here. And he's got 100 meters to go, Mark. And here comes the kick. Let's see if Crockett can stay with Thomas.
Thomas goes past Crockett. And Jordan Thomas stretching it out. The Davis and Elkins Senator, the senior. And here comes Jordan Thomas. Thomas Crockett will finish second. What a race.
Yeah, a great move there by Jordan Thomas just to stay on his edge. And then we see Nygaard rolling in at third. A nice competitive race for him as well.
Oh, no doubt.
Our fourth should be Ward.
31 minutes, 40.62 seconds for Jordan Thomas from Davis and Elkins, the winner of the men's 10,000 meters out of Morgantown. Grew up right here, University High. Started at Marshall, made the move to Davis and Elkins. So Nygaard finishes third, Braden Ward of Concord fourth, Brandon Kennedy of Concord fifth, Andrew Bowen of Davis and Elkins sixth, Patrick Riley, who led the pack early on out of Glenville, in seventh. Reese Hickey of Concord finishes eighth.
And you saw that shot at the start there, but you look at
25 laps later.
25 laps later, they finish up. Jordan Thomas running a 31:40, which is roughly about a 5:06 mile pace for 6.21 miles. He got stronger as the race went on. That's a testimony to his training and the coaching that he has received.
And just an outstanding job by Thomas. And again, what a battle there as they came down right into that curve. Yeah. And then it was Thomas taking over.
Yeah, Thomas just stayed right on his shoulder. Crockett did a good job trying to push him out, try to get him to make a little bit more real estate. He did, and Thomas did a smart job of just, hey, look, I don't need to take it here. I know I got about 100 meters and I'm faster than you, and I'll show you. And he did.
All right, we have Jordan Thomas with us, the victorious Davis and Elkins Senator in the men's 10,000 meter run. And first of all, Jordan, congratulations, my man. Take us through this one, because obviously it was a battle to the end, and you had to make the move there right as real estate was running out here on the track to get to the finish line.
Just took the race, and it always ended up biting me in the butt. But today I wanted to sit back and just relax and trust my kick, because I haven't done that all season except for like a 1,500. So I was pretty happy with sitting back and waiting for a change.
Yeah, Jordan, you talked about the pace being a little bit slow. That pack was kind of tight knit there for an awful lot of the race. Kind of had a little bit of concern for me, thinking you might get some trip up, but you felt like you had speed down the stretch to overtake Crockett with that last 100 meters to go.
Yeah, I knew he has a strong kick. He's been strong all season, so props to him. I just had a better day. It was really nice racing against him.
Jordan, what does it mean to you to be here in your hometown of Morgantown and come away with this victory?
That's what Coach and I were talking about all weekend. It was just leading up. It was full circle moment. Just wait, be ready, just enjoy the process, and this final circle being like at my home track where I've been so many times.
All right.
Yeah, Jordan, just one quick question, for a lot of these young runners out there, they're trying to aspire to get to the level that you at, about a 5:06 mile clip today. But, just is the insight of how many miles are you actually putting in a week to be able to train for something like this?
Usually about 80, around 80, 85.
Okay. Gotcha.
Maybe upper 80s depending on the week, but mostly 80s.
Well, the terrain there in Elkins gives one
it's hilly.
a chance to prepare quite well. Jordan, what a run. Congratulations, MEC champion here in 2026 in the men's 10,000-meter run.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Great young man and great to win. Beautiful shot here at Milan Park. We still have the women's 10,000-meter run to unfold here. We will break away and return in just a moment as you're watching live coverage of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Men's and Women's Track and Field Championships. Back here to Milan Park in Morgantown right after this.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Davis-Elkins College is known for the quality of nurses, business leaders, and teachers we prepare for the field. And our location makes programs in resource management and outdoor recreation a natural fit. With distinction and excellence, we provide an affordable education designed just for you.
West Virginia Wesleyan College has always been about helping students become the best versions of themselves. The sense of community here is real and palpable. You're not going to get lost at a college that's filled with faculty who are here for one reason. That reason is to teach people. Because they're not a number here, they're a person here. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, here you can achieve whatever your dreams are. This is a place that's accessible, affordable, but the people are what have always made this college so amazing.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
What a gorgeous shot there here at Milan Park in Morgantown as our coverage of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship continues. Jordan Thomas of Davis and Elkins just winning the men's 10,000 meter run in a time of 31 minutes, 40.62 seconds. Thomas Crockett of the University of Charleston was second. Eric Nygaard of West Virginia Wesleyan was third. Braden Ward of Concord was fourth. Brandon Canaday, his teammate from Concord, was fifth. Andrew Bowen of Davis and Elkins was sixth. Patrick Riley of Glenville State was seventh, and Reese Hickey of Concord was eighth. And now, Jim Mahan, we are getting set for the women's 10,000 meter run.
Well, the commonality is the distance and the fact we have 16 competitors, as we had 16 competitors in the men's 10,000 meter. By the way, Mark, of those 8 placers in the men's 10K, 4 of them set personal bests. Again, all of the competitors, Mark, are wearing the ankle bracelet that will give us some good split times to see who's moving up and back in the pack. Very helpful.
Apologize to her for me, please.
Gun has been fired, and here we go. Brooke Jacobs of Davis and Elkins, Abigail Anderson of the University of Charleston, Mila Forsgren of the University of Charleston, Sarah Turner of Concord, Rebecca Tellez of Davis and Elkins, Alexis Wynn of West Liberty, Cassandra O'Connor of Point Park. Saw her in the indoor meet there in Huntington. Taylor Hess, West Virginia Wesleyan. Katie Hicks of Glenville State. Being Western Hagen of Point Park, Madison Conrad of Wheeling, Natalie Barr of Glenville, great runner for the Pioneers, Ella Austin of Glenville, Sherry Cooper of Point Park, Ava Lightfritz of UC, Alana Dice-Gerard, Point Park, and Mohammed Insad of Charleston. Those are the 17 competing here in this women's 10,000 meter run. I mean, we talk about strategy and, just getting it going here, and you see the runners there. And Katie Hicks, big smile on her face, and We know Katie's family from Ripley, her grandfather, Reverend Charles Hicks, and again, right now they're all smiles, just trying to fill it all out and see how you're going to approach this thing. So Katie Hicks right now with the lead. Sophomore, ran at Tucker County High School, really good athlete at Tucker County High School.
Split times there on the first race. Don't have them posted up yet, but a little bit more cautious than what I would expect. Of course, they are dealing with, again, 25 laps around the track, and you just have just a smidge of separation there from Hicks from the rest of the group. There's our split times right off the bat at 143 and 144, somewhere in that neighborhood. As the pack is so tight as it is right now, they were incredibly deliberate in their first 300 meters. That was a little, almost to the point where they had a crash and burn in the first couple hundred meters. They were kind of geared it down so slow. Thought they might go out with a little bit of pace and then settle, but different race strategies warrant different types of running, and where do they go from there? You see Hicks trying to get an early separation and get into a rhythm herself.
You got her teammate Natalie Barr out of Nicholas County. Yeah, it's Katie Hicks and then the rest of the field.
right now. Yeah, an awful lot of ways to go there. And we noticed that Raleigh was leading from Glenville early on with his pace as well. So got an awful lot of mileage to cover in this race.
And we talked about Katie Hicks and her twin sister play softball at Glenville. Addie Hicks, she got some speed too. Has been really good on the base pass this season with a lot of stolen bases.
And Katie picked up about 8 or 9 seconds split differential for the positive from lap 1 to lap 2. Sorry, excuse me, a 5-second differential. We talked to Jordan Thomas earlier, Mark, there. He was talking about his strategy, knowing what he needed to do. He felt like the pace pack was a little bit slower than what he's used to, but knowing that he and Crockett has a really good kick time, a sprint there to separate at the end of the race as well. So these runners know each other's strengths and strategies, and it's just a matter of who comes out on top on any given day based on how they feel and what's going on in the pace.
So you got Katie Hicks, Natalie Barr, Cassandra O'Connor. And tightly bunched O'Connor in the green from Point Park. Becca Tellez of Davis and Elkins, Taylor Hess, Barr, all in the top 5.
We've got about a 3-second differential from a positive sense from lap 2 to lap 3. So you see they're getting just a little bit quicker. Of course, they're getting some great coaching from their coaches to tell them what pace they're on and where you need to be. They try to set those marks to see where they are, and if they're behind, they tell them they got to pick it up. If they're right on pace, just stay where you are. If you're ahead, slow down a little bit. You're going to need that gas in the tank at the end of the race for sure. Those viewers out there, Mark, some of them think, why don't you just take somebody and just let them just go like a bullet for about the first 300 meters? They got the base to do it, right? And then just settle into your pace, and you've got you'll probably have about a 50-meter lead, maybe more than that. And then can you hold them off, and what kind of effect would that have on the rest of the 24 laps that you have to run. I don't know. No one's ever really tried that, to my knowledge, so I'm just kind of throwing that out there.
Well, Natalie Barr out in front now. Coming into this race, a time of 36.06 seconds, 36 minutes and 6.82 seconds. Natalie Barr, the junior from Summersville, Nicholas County High School.
About a 4.5 second differential on their split times from lap 3 to lap 4 as we've closed in on the first mile of 6.21. Pace being set by Natalie Barr at 6:30 a mile right now.
Sabine von Westernhagen out of Point Park. Cassandra O'Connor. Rebecca Tellez. All under 40 coming into this race, along with Katie Hicks. Hicks at about 5th right now after she led the pack there for first few laps. Natalie Barr has done some great things there at Glenville, Jim.
She's a very conscientious athlete. You see that she's really focused on what she's trying to do here. She'll try to, her and her teammate, they have good advantage, a lot, as do a lot of these girls that have the advantage of having runners with them to help them get around get around their training, work out their race strategy in a race. You know, are we going to box? Are we going to stay close together? Where are we at? So
the Barr just about even from the lap before. Again tomorrow, men's shot put, women's shot put, women's long jump, women's pole vault, men's high jump, and men's long jump in the field events, all finals. And we will have more time trials in the running events, which will get going at 6 o'clock. 110-meter hurdles for the men and the women's 100-meter hurdles. And we'll have the men and women's 400 meters, the men's and women's 100 meters, the men's and women's 800 meters, and then a final in the steeplechase, so 3,000 meters for both the men and the women. That'll get going first for the men at 8 and the women at 8:30. Right now you are watching live the women's 10,000-meter run, and Natalie Barr of Glenville in front. Cassandra O'Connor is second. And O'Connor and Barr. Just a few seconds difference.
Yeah, Mark, a lot of people don't talk about this because you got runners that like to really hug. They're called the huggers. They hug right around the inside of the rail. You saw that rail there. You see where they're at. But O'Connor there running on the outside shoulder, when you take that times 25 laps, it makes a little bit of a difference. I mean, in terms, you say, well, she's not really, they're running the same amount. Well, no, she's actually not running the same amount because she's running outside shoulder of Barr, and she stays there, and you see Barr's right against, pretty much right on the inside and has been there pretty much the whole race.
Good shot of the runners. Katie Hicks is still up there in the pack as well for Glenville, with Barr a slight lead.
I would suspect there would be probably no movement here in terms of someone making a move. It's a little early to do that right now with 19 laps to go. As you will recall, the men, that move was made at around the 12-lap mark. And I would suspect something similar to that as we continue with this pretty much the same pace.
Yeah, your top 5, you got 2 Glenville runners, 2 from Davis and Elkins, and Rebecca Tellez and Brooke Jacobs, and then O'Connor is there, and then Von Westernhagen in the top 6.
Barr kind of went off her pace a little bit, 131 to 134, and then back to a 132. So she's putting herself back on some pace. You know, a lot of this is feel. You see, kind of for whatever reason, she took a little
glance,
little sneak over the shoulder, and it wasn't really. Yeah, that's a little bit surprising.
And while we have a moment, salute our great officials here at the meet. Dave Hickman is the meet director, and you got Mike Smith, Carrie Richardson, Richard Messenger, Chip Allman, Andy Barham, Sherry Carr, Smoke Conaway, Marshall Cavender, Jim Dawson, Logan Harrison, Gretchen Hibbs, Kenny Hibbs, Diane Kinney, E.J. Linger, Donna Messenger, Andy Opalco, Judy Plummer, Tom Plunner, and Angela Setliff. We also touched upon it, the loss of Joe Heinzman, one of the great track and field officials in West Virginia, passing away earlier this week unexpectedly, and will be forever remembered in this great sport of track and field for all he did. We talk about it all the time, Jim. You cannot have any of these events that people love to come out and enjoy unless you have officials.
Yeah, not only officials, Mark, but you have a lot of people that are unsung, the people that are marking marks on field events, people that are
raking the sand crew.
Yeah, raking the sand. You got got a hurdle crew out there. You got, all these different people that it takes in to run a track meet and a track and field. It's just the average fan probably doesn't know that unless they've been involved in it, to see that there's this many events with this many specialties that are involved. It's quite a feat to pull off. So they settled in. They came out really, really slow. First lap, I think it was 140 and the 140, something like that. Yeah, 143. So, they picked up their mile pace quite a bit. But as far as split times, individual lap to lap, they're pretty much in a rhythm right now of where they are.
And there you go. You got 2 from Glenville, 2 from Point Park, 2 from D&E there, single file in the top 6, and then 2 from the University of Charleston. We'll follow in that top 8 in Mila Forsgren and Ava Lightfritz.
Deuce was wild in there, a pair of all those. So, again, we see now we're starting to see a little bit of separation. Top 3 versus the Hicks in there and running in 4th. And we'll try to reel that back in. +5 on that split differential from the previous lap. That's telling you their time. It's about time for them to pick it up as they go.
$16 remaining here in this grueling 10,000 meters. Barr, O'Connor, Tellez, Hicks. Westernhagen, when the concentration, the focus. There's so much work still to be done.
Cassandra O'Connor just very relaxed, being in the position that she's in, running on that right shoulder of Barr and staying there, and been pretty happy being there. There's that group of 6, and then rounding out the top 8 are the pair from the University of Charleston.
So Barr goes from 128 to 130 on that lap.
Yeah, really neat for us to be able to see these split times with that kind of accuracy because you have that going across the finish line with those digital ankle bracelets that they have, anklets that they have on, and I don't think anybody's complained so much about the weight of them. I wonder how much one of those weigh. I wouldn't think it's a whole lot, obviously, but I doubt it would have any impact on any of these runners. They would all want to know what kind of splits they're running, for sure.
O'Connor was the MEC cross-country runner of the year, first team all-conference freshman of the year at the South Park High School in Pittsburgh.
And you got Tellez kind of staying right back there, liking the inside of the track pretty much. She's pretty much going to stay there, and O'Connor going to stay on the shoulder as well. Hicks running fourth right now.
And Natalie Barr, just such a wonderful career, all MEC, first team selection in cross country. She was the first all-conference cross-country runner at Glenville since 1988.
That's a while back.
And she accomplished that feat. As a freshman, she was the Glenville Grammys Female Athlete of the Year. Again, she was first-team All-State in cross-country, a two-time 800-meter class AA state champ, majoring in elementary education there at Glenville. Beautiful from high above.
Had some excellent drone shots this whole evening, Mark. You've seen a little, what I think appears to be just a little bit of an uptick from the top three with Barr, Tellez, and O'Connor. A little bit of a separation from the other two.
I think of Glenville.
Well, was brought into our booth here, these lovely ankle bracelets they're wearing that are
very thin,
made out of foam for the most part.
Very light.
So probably less than 2 ounces. I guess it's up there in that neighborhood. I doubt they're complaining about its weight. That's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that with us, Ron. Appreciate it.
In Glenville State Track, and our dear friend Jerry Milliken, coach there, won a couple of track championships, 84, 85. Was also the head baseball coach at Glenville at one point, and an assistant football coach from 1972 through 1985. Was an assistant on that Glenville State football team that played for the National NAIA Championship in 73. And it was fun to watch the semifinal of that game at my hometown of Ripley as they took on Carthage, Wisconsin, and won a 14-7 game. So the battle continues here. Two talented runners, Barr, O'Connor 1 and 2, and another talented runner there in Tellez from Davis and Elkins.
Yeah, that trio did an uptick there, Mark, running at now just under 6 minutes a mile pace at 5:59. Got a 3-second differential on their splits. So you see a little bit of a separation from the top trio there with Tellez, of course, Barr leading, O'Connor, and then Tellez 1, 2, and 3. As we get as about as near to midway point as we can get, Mark, 25 laps. We're now down to 12 laps to go.
And you got Hicks and Von Westernhagen from Glenville and Point Park, respectively. They see them, they're high above there, back at 4th and 5th, respectively. O'Connor and Barr nearly side by side there. Gaining 18 hundredths of a second on that last lap.
Well, we saw O'Connor just make her move coming out of the curve there after the with 12 laps to go. Kind of the same strategy you saw with the men's. You're seeing it again with the women's. So O'Connor's decided she's tired of running on the right shoulder. She's going to take the lead, open up her stride. I would suspect if they're going to go with her and be competitive, they're going to have to keep up this pace.
Tim Kramer, the head coach at Point Park, Dan Myers the head coach at Glenville. Outstanding coaches in this Mountain East Conference in all sports, and certainly track and field. And a lot of work, Jim, because you see a lot of the same with coaching cross country, coaching indoor track, coaching outdoor track. And, I mean, these coaches, they are with these young athletes year round. We've always talked about all sports, there's a bond, but with track and field, it's a big family.
It really is. And building those relationships and having that trust factor of knowing that your coach has got your best interest at heart, not only on the competitive field, but also in the classroom as well. So that's what these guys do for a living. So, you know, it is a special bond, and it's really something that when it all comes together and they see, you know, all their hard work paying off. You know, Connor clipping off about 4 seconds split time from the previous, down to 1:24.
She's an accounting major, so I wonder in her head, is she coming up with all the figures?
She's ciphering it out, Mark. She's going to get to the point where she's like, okay, I know what I have left here, and there's still plenty of time in this race, but, you know, there's been a clear separation from the top three versus the next little group that's coming through, which has Hicks in that group along with
Western Hagen is there.
Western Hagen, yep.
And Brooke Jacobs. And there is O'Connor, Barr, Tellez, 1, 2, 3, Point Park, Glenville, and Davis and Elkins.
Knowing they now have 10 laps to go out of the 25-15 in the books.
Oh, and just runner going down there.
Yeah, you got to be really careful. Got to be careful there. You know, they shouldn't really need to move them to the outside. Oftentimes they'll yell track to move that runner to the outside so that they can have the inside of the lane, so they can not have to break their stride there. But
I believe that was Madison Conrad Jr. out of Wheeling University, who just went down suddenly, but then popped right back up. So good for her. But it almost looked like maybe twisting an ankle.
Yeah,
but
could have been a step on the inside of that railing. That's awful tough when you're trying to really eclipse as much as you can.
And you know that the leaders are coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can feel them on them. They know from the running. They can feel the runners and how close they are to them. But like where we're stacking there with O'Connor and Barr and Tellez, it's 1, 2, and 3. Likely to stay that way till we wrap this thing up.
And this drone shot that we have here, I mean, just gives you just a great look at this outstanding facility here. What a venue for track and field.
Beautiful, really is. Probably the best venue I think I've seen in all the track stadiums I've been in. Of course, it was designed for that.
And O'Connor leads it as we see him from high above, and they just came by us here in our booth as we have a great view from up here in the press box. Even on that last lap, Katie Hicks is still in fourth place. Zabine Von Westernhagen is fifth out of Point Park, and Davison Elkins' Brooks Jacobs is sixth. Tell you what, Jim, clipping off some mileage time.
Well, you know, you go from 5:59 the previous mile now down to 5:50, a 9-second differential. That just shows you how strong these runners are and what kind of training they've actually had to know they're peaking at the right time. I mean, this time they're trying to qualify for their national meet, so they're trying to get the best times that they can possibly get.
Good look there at Katie Hicks. Was the early leader on Western Hagen right behind her out of Point Park. Hicks, the sophomore, Von Western Hagen, a sophomore. And O'Connor, the leader, is a junior. Barr is a junior. Tellez a junior. Hicks and Western Hagen, both sophomores. Jacobs a junior. Alana Dijsterod is a junior. Ava Lightfritz, a freshman. Forsgren of the University of Charleston, a freshman, and Sherry Cooper of Point Park, a senior. So that top 10, just one senior. And
so we're going to see a lot of returners with some experience under their belt as they come back to battle how this one goes.
128 to 129 there for O'Connor. Tellez just wanted to stay right there. You know, we haven't talked a lot about Tellez, but I mean, she's been right there the whole way.
Well, she's right with him. And, you know, here's the thing that Tellez has kind of going against her. And look at O'Connor. When you look at her stride length, I mean, she's probably got another, I'm guessing, 4 or 5 inches per stride differential between her and Tellez just because of her height. I'm not talking about anything different other than she's just got longer legs and she's able to cover more real estate. But, you know, Tellez has really just been hanging in and really done a very nice job of staying out of trouble and staying with the top 3 and just saying, hey, I'm going to stay with you. We've only got 8 laps to go. We've already put 17 under our belt. Let's see how this thing plays out. But they're going to have to stay with Cassandra O'Connor because she's going to start taking off here in just a bit. That's where I see this one going. 3 really strong runners with 8 laps to go.
Tellez, a junior from South Hagerstown High School, Hagerstown, Maryland.
And they push up. They added about 3-second differential in their split times. We're closing in on the single digits. They're inside the single digits in terms of laps left in this. And I wonder at what point who's going to push the envelope to try to make the move and where are they going to make it. They already know each other's strengths and where they're going to be. So, you know, are they going to try to do a traditional race strategy or are they going to try to throw something a little bit different? If you're doing the same thing you've been doing all season long, they're going to know that. So if you try to do something a little bit different, that might shock them there a little bit mentally. You never know. I mean, that's just how the race strategies pan out.
You know, Tellez would love nothing more than to make it a sweep of the 10,000 meters. Jordan Thomas of Davis and Elkins won earlier here this evening in the men's 10,000 meter run, 31 minutes, 40.62 seconds. And Tellez is right there for the taking.
I have no doubt Jordan Thomas is out somewhere on that oval cheering her on.
Our last event here on day 1 of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship. Delighted to have all of you with us, along with former 5-time high school championship coach Jim Mahan, our great crew, and Mark Martin here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Television Network.
A little bit of a drop-off from the previous split, about 2.5 seconds slower, and I'm wondering to whose advantage that would be. Not really sure who has the stronger kick. Are they just going to wait until the last few hundred meters like we saw in the men's 10K? Not sure.
All right, so a breakdown of leaders. Katie Hicks had the lead for 3 laps. Barr for 9, Tellez for 1, and 6 at the moment for O'Connor.
Very even pace with a little bit of separation, just a little bit of separation between O'Connor and Tellez from first to third.
A runner has dropped out of the race near the finish line, and certainly hope that young lady is okay as they attend to her. You know, it's all in the family. We talked about the Hicks sisters there at Glenville. One plays softball, one running track here. As we have Katie Hicks in this race and has been a leader. And then you talk about Barr. Barr's brother Luke Barr is a member of the Glenville men's track and field team.
And drop off from the 550 the previous mile, and then now we're down to 553, about a 3 second slower on the pace, about a 2 second differential on the lap split time for the trio out in front of O'Connor, Tellez, and Barr.
I'm not sure it is a Concord runner that has dropped out of the race, and they are attending to her. I believe it may be Sarah Turner.
Let's see if I can kind of sneak at that jersey.
It's like 88.
Yeah.
So O'Connor, Barr, Tellez, Hicks, Von Westernhagen, Jacobs, Lightfritz, and Dijksterard. The top 8, Barr now zooming back in front. Again, Barr has led the most laps in the race with 9. And now O'Connor says, hold on. And then Tellez tried to make that move to second. Barr fended her off.
Yeah, a little bit of.
Plus 2 seconds, 127 to 129 for O'Connor.
Yeah, she tested the water there. Natalie Barr did, to see where she was and see if she thought perhaps O'Connor might just settle back into second. But no. O'Connor's like, no, I'm just going to leave you out there. I'm going to keep pushing you out. Tella's just kind of lingering back in that third spot. You can't keep her out of this shot at it as well with 4 to go.
And just as they go by us, Jim, Barr retakes the lead. What a race. I mean, we had a great race there in the men's 1,000 meters as Jordan Thomas and Thomas Crockett, Eric Nygaard, they all battled, and it was Thomas and Crockett there at the end. Thomas made his move and got the win, and I'll tell you what, I think we're setting ourselves up for another one right here. Barr at the moment out in front.
Barr's split time is an amazing a little over 7 second differential to the good, 129 to 122. That is a clear separation. And her and Tellez
how about that?
Pretty much, I'm looking for Cassandra O'Connor.
Yeah, she's dropped back.
She's really, really dropped back.
O'Connor back to 5th. Tellez right on the hill. She's in 3rd place. Make that is O'Connor. And here is Tellez trying to get side by side with Barr, and Tellez has led 1 lap here. And now she and Barr dueling here. O'Connor trying to catch back up.
3 to go. You got O'Connor not too far behind second-wise, Mark. She's about 3.5 seconds behind Barr and Tellez. So she's not out of this race. There's 3 laps to go.
And she dropped off for a tad, which allowed Barr and Tellez to stretch out an advantage here. And I mean, you can see how close they are. And I believe Tellez has just taken Barr. She has.
Yeah, really great strategy there by Tellez. She saw the runner on the inside, knowing that she could almost use that runner to box Barr in, and she did, and took the advantage, took the lead, and now Barr's going to have to chase her down.
Well, you see the determination there of those two. Picked up 0.6 of a second. Tellez, Barr running hard. Tellez lapped some runners here, and now Tellez.
She's really stretching it out.
She is.
She's looking at coming down here as we see her right in front of us. Barr trying to stay right with her with just as we see the bell lap.
Yeah, there you go. It's what they've been waiting on. Tellez and Barr O'Connor is third. Maybe too late for the outstanding runner from Point Park. And check out Tellez, Jim. Looking strong. She's been lingering and lingering all race long. Right there in the top three. She gains a second and a half there. And now Barr. She got that long stride, Jim.
Yeah, you got Barr still within some striking distance.
There's Katie Hicks. All right, so here's Tellez and Barr.
Last mile from 5:53 to 5:34. And here comes Barr on the outside edge with 2:50 to go.
Natalie Barr of Glenville. Right, Tellez had the lead, and now Barr with that stride. She looks back. Natalie Barr of Glenville State University coming down the near straightaway, and it's going to be a victory for Glenville State University. And Rebecca Tellez, a great race. She will finish second. What a race between Barr and Tellez. Natalie Barr, 37 minutes, 9.05 seconds. Cassandra O'Connor was third.
Natalie Barr covered that last 400 meters mark in 1:12 after already running a little over 6 miles. Incredibly impressive.
I think back to college, they called it the dollar drill. We reported it had to be in shape, and the wide receivers had to run four 400s, 440s back then, and you had to get them all under 70 or at 70.
70 or under.
She just did.
She did after running after about 6 miles plus. So
chew on that for a little bit.
That was a really excellent strategy by Natalie Barr to really know what her strength was, and she just committed to it. When you can run that last lap in 1:12 or whatever it is she ran it in, that's crazy fast.
First lap, 1:43. Last lap, 1:12. One talks about the strategy we discussed, Jim. And here comes Katie Hicks. And Katie ran herself a great race. And she's going to finish fourth. But she led that pack for a while, and she has herself.
And a strong run from Katie Hicks. A very nice job for her.
And scoring points for the Pioneers. Sabine von Westernhagen finishing fifth. And I believe that Brooke Jacobs will finish sixth out of Davis and Elkins. And a couple of UC runners. And Light Fritz comes in seventh. Ava Light Fritz, the freshman. And then we'll see, I believe it's Sterry Cooper. Well, there is the gun fired and the start of what would be 25 laps for these young women. Katie Hicks, early on out of Glenville, the Tucker County native. She led 3 laps, and then the battle started between Natalie Barr and Cassandra O'Connor. And we laughed early on about Barr looking back.
Yeah.
that was way early in the race, but when all was said and done, maybe that look back.
Yeah, she's trying to get a little practice there for the home stretch down with the last 60 meters to go.
And then it became a 3-person race with O'Connor and Barr and Tellez. And O'Connor had the lead for a good chunk of this race.
Yeah, Mark, I'd almost have to believe as strong as Cassandra O'Connor ran that perhaps she may have tweaked something, because when she fell off and they took off running and she couldn't go with them, I don't know. It'd be interesting to know, what happened there, because she looked very strong through the middle part of that.
You saw Barr get the lead. O'Connor took it right back. Tellez was there. Tellez got the lead. But in the end, it's the pride of Summersville, Natalie Barr, coming away victorious. She is joining us from down on the field as she becomes the 2026 Mountain East Conference Women's 10,000 meter champion. Natalie, are you with us?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, congratulations on this victory here, and take us through this final push to make you the champion.
Oh, thank you. So honestly, the entire race was like running kind of slow, so I felt very confident and comfortable, but I was also unsure of like the moves that other girls were planning to make. So I made a move with about 5 laps to go, and Cassandra kind of battled me back, and it went back and forth a little bit. And then with about 2 laps to go, Rebecca from D&E had made a move, and she was moving really strong. So I was just trying to go with her and hold on and see what could happen. So I was very surprised with the results. I'm just super thankful, and I want to thank God. And yeah, so.
And see, you got congratulations from a lot of your teammates there, Natalie, that you were concerned when Tellez made that move. She really took off with about 2 laps to go and looked like she was going to start to separate herself a little bit, but then you reeled her right back in. I mean, where does that determination come from?
I think just knowing that I'd already ran like over 20 laps, so like I just wanted to make sure I gave it all I had, and with whatever happened, and just be happy with the results regardless. But I just wanted to make sure I gave it 110% and have no regrets.
Did they tell you what your last lap split was?
No, they did not.
Do you want to know?
Sure.
112.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy fast.
I think your first one was 143.
Yeah. We went out so slow. I was not expecting that fast of a last lap, but Rebecca definitely pulled me.
Well, that's a great way to get this meet started. Also, you have to be happy with your teammate, Katie Hicks, who has a 4th place finish.
Yeah, wow, yeah. She's incredible. She pushes me every day. She's a wonderful teammate, so I'm super happy for her. She's a great runner, so.
All right, Natalie, great job and congratulations. Sounds pretty good. Mountain East Conference 10,000 meter champ, huh?
Yep, thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations.
Right. Thanks.
Summersville native, Nicholas County High School product, younger brother Luke on the men's team, and just a great way to end day one here, Jim, with 2 fantastic races in the men's 10,000 meters and the women's 10,000 meters.
The beauty part of track and field, Mark, you run 6.2 miles and it's all the way down to the finish line. It's not like some guy's got a 500-meter lead and he's going to win. Or a girl had it. And both of these were right coming out of the stretch. It was Natalie Barr. Coming out of the stretch, it was Jordan Thomas. Both of them, it's like, hey, this is my race. I'm going to take it. And to be able to have that determination to stride it out and take that championship time across the finish line. Outstanding.
One of our dear friends, many years as a great coach at Nicholas County. I really wanted to ask Natalie Barr if Gene Morris taught her to run like that.
No, being a teammate of Gene Morris, I'm not sure he was in for the long haul type stuff.
Gene excelled at football, wrestling, and baseball. But just fantastic. And Natalie Barr wins it. Rebecca Tellez, Davison Elkins was 2nd. Cassandra O'Connor 3rd. Katie Hicks 4th. Zabine Von Westernhagen was 5th. Brooke Jacobs was 6th. David Lightfritz was 7th. And Alana Dice-Gerard finishes 8th. Well, Jim, that wraps up day number 1 here of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship. And again, a lot coming your way tomorrow. Field events will unfold, and tomorrow evening we'll be back for more running events, men's 110 hurdles, women's 100 hurdles. Men's getting started at 6 o'clock, followed by the women's at 6:15. Then we'll have the 400 meters for both the men and the women. Those are trials, and the 100 meters for both, and also trials, and then the 800-meter trials. Men will go at 7:30, women at 7:45, and then hopefully we'll have just as much excitement in the final race of the day, which will be a final, and that will be in the steeplechase for the men and the women. We'll close it out tomorrow, hopefully, like we did here tonight.
Yeah, I hope we can get that kind of excitement tomorrow like we did tonight. Man, this is really going to turn out to be some special MEC Track and Field Championship.
All right, what a wonderful evening and what a wonderful day it has been here at Milan Park in Morgantown. That will do it for our coverage here on day 1 of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Outdoor Track Championships. You've been